Ryan is a proud and distinguished Idahoan from my hometown of Idaho Falls, and I've known his parents for many years and appreciate seeing them here. In addition, I understand he was a friend in college of Senator Lee while at Brigham Young University at the law school. I will leave that for Ryan himself or Senator Lee to discuss, or maybe not, as they see fit. Ryan represents an ideal candidate for our federal courts. He has a deep experience serving in the executive branch, the legislative branch, and even in the international legal arena. He's also practiced law in the private sector back at home in Idaho and in our nation's capital. He clerked for Judge Karen Henderson on the D.C. Circuit, commonly referred to as the nation's second highest court. He was nominated by President Trump to serve as solicitor at the Department of Interior, and his nomination was approved by the Senate Energy Committee before being withdrawn in light of his nomination to the Ninth Circuit. He's been widely recognized by his peers for his judgment and legal acumen. Even with that impressive resume, I'm confident what is foremost on his mind is that he is now fully appreciating how different it is being on that side of the table rather than back behind me on the dais, where he served this committee in the late 1990s and again in 2009. As a native Idahoan going back generations, Ryan has spent a considerable amount of his career focusing on the bountiful natural resources and incredible environment enjoyed by us Westerners. He was Deputy General Counsel at the Office of Management and Budget, overseeing the environmental docket and coordinated federal agency implementation of regulations. As Deputy Assistant Attorney General for the Environment and Natural Resources Division, Ryan was on the tip of the spear defending our nation's environmental laws on behalf of the American people. He managed some of the most important natural resource questions relating to the Endangered Species Act, tribal law, NEPA, and other environmental statutes. He also had the responsibility of protecting the sovereign rights of the Native American tribes in the special trust relationship our federal government holds to them. He's overseen over 500 appellate cases and personally argued 13 appeals in the is it 9 or 8?
9.
9 of our 12 circuit courts, representing the people's interests. Not many practicing lawyers can speak to that kind of experience with our federal legal system. He understands not just the importance of how the law works in the development and implementation of regulations, but also respects that the ultimate rulemaker in our federal system is Congress, acting in its infinite wisdom. In our system of government, Congress makes the law and the courts interpret them, as the legislature intended. Ryan is the kind of nominee to the federal bench we should all support.